Hey guys, this is Darkseeker XD, and today I figured I'd try something a little different than my normal videos. I I figured I'd step back from the music stuff for a little bit, and I'd try a little bit of gaming stuff. Now, bear with me for this, because this is the first time I've ever done any of this. I would have done it sooner, but my computer recording software has been just horrible. It just won't cooperate. It will not record anything. After about 2 seconds, it'll freeze and nothing will record. So, you're just gonna have to bear with me on that. So, and also, by the way, just as a quick little thing, ahead of time, sorry for the quality of mic. It's not a high quality mic. It's a $15. I bought it at Walmart. So sorry if it's like really low quality and if it sucks. You're just gonna have to bear with me on this one. But today I've got a lot I'm gonna try to clam it. I can't English very well. Anyways, I got a lot I'm gonna try to cram into this little thing. So let's just jump right into it. So what I'm gonna do, I've seen, as you can tell probably from the title, we're doing Infamous Second Son. But we're not doing like a little playthrough thing. We're not doing a how-to guide on how to play the game or anything. What we're going to do is I'm going to show you a few things. Now, I know there's videos on how to do all the things I'm going to show you, but I feel like I can do all of them a little bit easier than some of the videos I've seen. So we're just going to show you, I'm just going to show you the way I did all of those little things my way. I've got at least one thing I'm going to show you that I haven't found really a video for, and I actually am going to take a minute after all of that to talk to you guys, because I actually have something I feel I need to discuss with all of you. So before I get into any details on that, we're just going to go ahead and we're going to get into Infamous and what we're going to do. So one of the big things I have found for videos people will discuss before you beat the game. One of the big things people will do is they will get up Augustine's Tower. By the way, spoilers for anybody who has not beaten the game. There will be some if you have not gotten very far in the game. So, if you don't want spoilers, you've been warned. Deal with it. Anyways, Augustine's Tower, you can climb it before you have to fight her at the end of the game. You can climb this tower at any point in the game, so long as you're at this point of the game, which you cannot get to with just smoke. You have to cross that bridge at some point in the story to get here. Now, every video I have found for climbing that tower is a use the super event jump to get up there. You don't need to do that. That is a very aggravating process that every time you get it wrong, you won't do it, and you'll just get frustrated with it. And if you do it to too far of an extent, you'll get launched up into a kill barrier in the sky, and you will die and respawn and have to just find your new building and do it again. All you need for all of the things I'm going to show you is video. All you need is video. That is it. Now, the way I climbed Augustine's Tower before I ever needed to is I got video. I would get to this spot, which on the map you would get to the left corner of Seattle, and you would get to the left building at the left corner. You would get on that building. That's all you need. Once you're there, you dash up that, and then you dash towards, and you pull back. If you have the right abilities, the pullback will lift you up some. Now, you don't have to go over there, and if you do it right, you can actually get over to this, and you'll grab on, and you can climb up. You can just start climbing up. And you can use video to get up the entire building. So, that's the easiest way that I have found, and actually the fastest way to climb up Augustine's Tower, because you skip a huge section, and with video, you don't have to jump down there and use the vents, and you can just run past a bunch of stuff. And then once you get up to this point, once you're above all of those freaking tasers, electric wires, and all that jazz, you can just dash up the building, and voila, you're at the top of Augustine's tower. And you can do that before you have to fight Augustine. Now, for me, I've beaten the game 100%. There's nothing left. There's no more DUP. There's no more crystals. I have all the abilities. I have all the powers. I have everything. So for me, it's not that much of an issue. But for all of you, you can do that, and it should work to get up here, even if you haven't beaten Augustine. Now, the second thing I'm going to show you, this most people do with video, so you do need to be on top of Augustine's tower for this one, and I'm going to show you how to get to where you fought Fetch for your neon powers, because when you fight Fetch in the neon building, after that you can never get back in. But there's a way to do it again. I know people have made a lot of videos on it, but I'm going to quickly just go ahead and show you guys where it is and how to do it, just because while I'm up here I might as well, because I need to go that direction to show you another thing. It's also the same direction you would go to find Augustine's tower generally, and I'm not going to go into that detail because I'm not going to do it, because if you go for Augustine's tower at any time other than night, it's really bright in the room and you can't see anything anyways. So, what you want to do for the fetch thing is you jump into this, and then you just go in this general direction. That's it. You just occasionally pull back to gain your height back up. For those of you who don't think it's gaining any height, there, I went up above the beam some. I was going below it and then I went up above it. So anyways, you go forward, and you just keep going, and eventually, when you get far enough, there will be a gray square box that'll appear. Inside that gray box is where you fought Fetch. Now the problem is, and I'm not going to go inside. I'm going to try to get close enough that you can see inside, but I'm not going to go inside, because once you go inside, you're not getting out. You can't get out of those locations once you're in, unless you reload your save, or you just turn off the game, and then, yeah. So this is where you fought Fetch. As you can see, it's a big gray box floating in space. Farther out would have been Augustine's tower. I'm going to try to get closer to it so you can see inside of it. I don't want to, you know, land inside, but look, see, there's all the lights, there's the neon. That's where you fought Fetch. Now I need to go this way, and I'm going to land in the water, because I need to get on land. And I don't think I'm capable of making it all the way to land and not landing in the water. So, I'm just going to drop down, and hopefully I'll be on the correct side I need to be. Yes! Alright, now the other thing I'm going to show you, this is another thing most commonly done with either concrete or neon. I've seen a lot of people do it with concrete, but honestly, neon is so much easier. Well, not neon, sorry. Neon people get after they get to the other side. It's concrete or video. I keep getting everything mixed up. I'm sorry, people. But anyways, what it is going back across the bridge. Now, why am I showing you guys something that people have done constantly, going across that bridge? Because there was one video I saw somebody do of it, where they went across the bridge, and then they went out of the map to the left, and they found a boat off the map. And they wondered why it was off the map. Now you see, I figured it was just there to be there, and I was like, well, it doesn't really matter, does it? So I decided to go farther off the map straight forward. And I found my own boat that I have not found on any other videos so far. And like, why is this off the map? I felt kind of like him. Now, the reason why I question this boat being off the map, however, is because this boat is much, much farther off the map than the other one. So, I'm going to show you how to get off the map here. So, to get back to there, you just get onto the highest point here as you can. You jump, and you do the same thing you would do to get to any location using video. You just fly using that pullback. Now, if you get close enough, you can actually just dash up these rocks. Of course, I didn't. And if you land in the water, it's fine, because you'll spawn here. Now, you want to turn around though and go this way, because the other direction you were facing would go back to Seattle. And this way goes over. Oh no, there's Seattle. Sorry, I went the wrong way. See, this is where I came from. You see, I keep getting everything mixed up. It's been forever since I've played this game, so you're gonna just have to bear with me on this. But as you can see, this is the bridge that you crossed. This is where your old brother Reggie drove the bus across, nearly died. You used your smoke just to get across, and you can go right back across it. It's not too shabby. That's not what I wanted to do. Alright, well, anyways, I'm under here now, so let's just make the most of it. This is where I needed to go anyways. So, the point of what I'm doing here is getting all the way back to across the bridge, back to the point where I was, and I'm going to show you the boat that's like miles off the map, and I don't know why. If any of you have any ideas or any thoughts as to why, theories, or if you think it's just a placeholder like I kind of do, feel free to comment. I honestly don't care if it's there for a placeholder or not. It's just a thing. But yeah, most people will come out here and then they'll grab the neon off of this and they'll run off the map like that. I don't do that, because if you have video, you can dash up just like you can run up with neon. So, plus, I need the video to show you another thing, because a lot of videos on getting over here either won't show you or will say that you cannot get back to Seattle after you get here, which is false. You can perfectly get back to Seattle using video. In fact, by perfectly, I mean you can get back to the point of not landing in the water, and you can land on Seattle ground and just walk, and that'll be the end of it. But I haven't seen too many videos show you that. I kind of also wish you could get back to the Ucomish lands, but you can't. I just kind of want to. Anyways, what you need to do for the boat that I'm going to show you is you need to get to here. Now, the video that I saw showing the boat, they got to here, they went over to the rocks, and then they went out that way. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to get to the rocks, and I'm going to continue north. So we're going to continue this way. Down the road, just as far as we can. There are rocks over here, and I don't know why, but these rocks can be landed on. Unlike all other textures, these rocks, it's perfectly fine, as you can see. Whoop, up, there we go. I'm going to try to make it all the way over to this rock, and use this rock to propel me up. Now, I don't know if I made it far enough, because the boat's way out there, and I'm getting pretty close to the water now. Hopefully I did, because I really, really want to show you. Because it's just... Yeah, see, there. That boat. It's way out here to the north, and I don't know why it's out here. It's just... Like, over there's the boat that he pointed out in his video. That's his boat, and he couldn't see this boat because there was all the mountains and stuff that it was inside of. But if any of you know why this boat exists, feel free to tell me, because, I mean, don't get me wrong, if it doesn't actually have a purpose for existing, I'm all for it, but I feel like there's gotta be more to it than just it's there. And, you know, I mean, it could just be a placeholder, it could just be somebody who's just playing around. It could have been a test area for testing what boat textures would look like. Who knows? But it's there. Alright, time to show you the final piece and then our conversation that I wanted to have. And that's getting back to Seattle. This is the part that I don't really see too many videos, if any, show people how to do. Because most of the videos I see either just don't go back, trade for neon, have concrete, which is not capable of helping you get back, or say you can't get back, which is false. Now what you gotta do is you gotta go all the way back across the bridge, which will be time consuming, I know. You guys are probably getting tired of hearing me talk, but bear with me. I promise you, it's almost over. And what you want to do is at the end where you were at when I was showing you that I was across the bridge away from Seattle, is there's a rock. And what you want to do is you want to dash up the rock. And you want to use that to get back across to Seattle. Because that'll give you just enough height to make it all the way over the bridge and land in Seattle. Now, the real issue is just getting up that rock, because, as you know, this game can sometimes be a little buggy. Some rocks don't like to be dashed up because they're really thin at the top, and when you're dashing upwards you don't see forwards. But yeah, so basically there's Seattle, here's the rock. What you want to do is dash up that, and then you just go towards Seattle. And that extra height boost gives you enough height that you'll make it all the way up to the bridge that you used to get there. And voila, I'm back in Seattle as if I never left. I mean, it's raining now, but that was happening after I went towards Fetch anyways, so. Alright. Well, now that I've shown you all those beautiful, beautiful things that I wanted to show you, it's time for that little thing that I wanted to talk about anyways. I know this channel most definitely is not the greatest, and I know it probably will never be the greatest. It's got so few videos, the video quality is not necessarily the best. It's not even necessarily the most popular topics. I'm new to all of this. I know you probably would be way happier watching somebody like Jack or Markiplier or even PewDiePie doing some other thing instead of watching me do this and ramble or listening to the music that I've recorded, or even watching the little kids that are failing on tricycles on purpose for viewer entertainment. But I don't care what kind of feedback you give me on those, if any. What I really want is I want feedback on what you would like to see. I get very little feedback on anything. Even when people do seem to be enjoying it, I don't seem to get any feedback on any of what you would like to see. Even when I try to get you guys to work with it. I started doing live streaming, and the people who were there, they were watching, they were having a great time. Lots of likes, lots of everything. And no matter how hard I try to get them to interact, nobody will do it. So what I need from you guys is, at least in the comment section, if anything. I'm not saying you have to like anything, I'm not saying you have to subscribe or anything. But at least comment something you would like to see, whether it be me going on Black Ops and dying from a bunch of veteran bots, whether it be more infamous of me doing something, whether it be the Crash and Sane trilogy, whether it be No Man's Sky, something. Just even if it's like Xenoverse or something. Unlimited on my games, but I would like to know out of that limitation what you would like to see. So if you could do that, that would just be fantastic. I'll even consider a comment better. I'll take a comment more than I'll take a like or a subscriber. I don't care if you like or subscribe. The comment's more important to me at this point because I get so little interaction that that's now my priority at this point, is just getting the interaction. So, on that note, that is the end of everything I wanted to show you on this, and that is the end of our little talk. So, I'll probably, as always on this, for every other video that I do, have a good day, have a good night, whatever it is time that you're watching this, and hopefully see you the next video that I do.